Supercharge, Karen here. Hi everyone. And guess who's behind me? A bunch of my light warriors. Woo! Yeah, this is just we got some stragglers here coming to be with us. So I figured, since we're at the Supercharger Healing Powers event, that I would go ahead and do our weekly spiritual medicine digest right here. So we're here at Lake Clear Lodge, and here's the lake back here, and you can sort of see the sunset. It's really cool. And we were actually in the lake today doing a lake vortex meditation, and actually sent all of you, yes you, some energy healing from this lake and just spread it throughout the world, the universe, multiverse, you name it, we did it. Hey, Johanna. Hi. So we're I'm gonna actually talk a little bit about what's been going on lately. So if you happen to be a star seed, a star person, especially if you've been a light being star person, that you may have had some interesting things happen this week. One of the things that happened is that I went into this really interesting place of stillness. And when I was doing my stillness meditation, it was like stiller than still, meaning that often when we're doing internal muscle testing, I can feel the vibration go up and then down, yes and a no. Well, I didn't get a yes and a no, and I was a little shocked. I was like, what's going on? So I actually was doing physical muscle testing at the same time and found out that I couldn't physical muscle test at that moment. I was going through an ascension upgrade. But what was fascinating was, first of all, I was really like what I call parasympathetic. So I was really like tired, but not in a bad way, just more like I need to rest, I need to lie down. So here I am on this big huge beanbag thing upstairs in the loft. You know, James is downstairs, he's with the dog, and you know, talking to the dog loudly and then like things are crashing in the kitchen. But in this place of super stillness where I couldn't feel the vibration going up or down with the yes or no, what was fascinating was I felt like I didn't even need to breathe. Like I was so still that I didn't need to breathe as much. And all the crashes, whatever James was saying in the kitchen, I heard it. But in the past, being a sensitive, hey Robin, but being a sensitive, when I'd hear a crash or something like that, my whole heart would, you know, like boom, you know, would be, my energy would just course through my body. And that didn't happen. And I was like, whoa, this is like like really interesting. So if you've been suddenly tired for no reason, especially if you're a star person, it might be related to the latest ascension upgrades that we've had this week, where you go into that nervous system response of like complete relaxation. And that stillness was very fascinating because I teach people internal muscle testing, you know, to feel the energy ebb and flow, up, you know, for yes and down for no. But in this case, I couldn't even muscle test because I was going through this particular, you know, ascension upgrade. So not a big deal if that's you and that's happened to you. Just wanted to let you know that happened. The other thing with star seeds as well is that I got the message through various different proxying and reverse polarity and things like that, that there was something we needed to do, and it had to do with our relationship with the infiniverse. Thank you, Kim, for that term, infiniverse. So everything that is of matter, and including the spirit world is what I'm talking about as well. So that we needed to spread our love, light, and truth. I mean, it sounds kind of hokey, sounds like a Hallmark card or something like that. But it's funny because after I, you know, helped to engage, heal, whatever you want to call it, this relationship between the starseed people and to, you know, for all of the infiniverse, then I stopped proxying. So usually if I'm reversed or proxying and then I do whatever healing is called for, then I stop proxying, and that's what happened. And then I stop being tired. It usually takes about 10 minutes or so just for that tiredness to wear off, and then I'm kind of back to normal or back to usual. So if that happened to you, just realize it was part of an ascension upgrade, part of a healing that we were, you know, doing and helping with the rest of the world. Now, the other thing I want to share with you is this is very interesting, and this has happened to me and another star person, is that I found out that some of the swelling that some of us go through with ascension upgrades, like I literally, you know, in the past could, you know, gain 1 or 2 or 3, even 3 pounds. Hey, Ruthanna. So it's like 3 pounds of fluid with an ascension upgrade, and no one could explain it to me, like why this is happening. So lately, when I've asked for my clients and myself, what it was that the fascia itself, the fascia itself was actually expanding. So I'm like, okay, expanding. What does that mean? What does that mean? And so, hey, Lisbeth, wish you were here, girl. So expanding. And so what we found in one particular person, because she felt very bloated, very big, like very heavy with fluid, was that her fascia in the gut, called the mesentery, and you can look that up on Google, but it basically, is that pedicle of connective tissue that connects the small intestine, large intestine, and basically prevents it from falling all the way down to the bottom of your pelvis when you stand up. Okay, so that's the mesentery. Has blood vessels, lymphatics, fat, you name it. So it's kind of a structure that in medical school you kind of moved it aside, so the surgeon could get to whatever, he or she was wanting to get to. That for this particular person, that the energy field or the blueprint of the mesentery was almost 3 times bigger in dimensions than her physical mesentery. So there was so much chi and so much energy running in that blueprint, it was actually causing an imbalance, or at least temporarily, in the physical body that's trying to accommodate this bigger energy. So just like last week, we talked a little bit about diverting the excess chi or energy from the central nervous system, especially us sensitives tend to have a lot of energy running in the energetic nervous system, to divert that to the dantian, which is, I can show you, belly button area, below the belly button, for storage. So you can actually store the excess, quote unquote, chi and energy in the dantian, that it can concentrate it, control the chi, contain it, which means putting it into a small container. So I don't know about you, but not too keen on looking like the happy Buddha. Okay, so the happy Buddha got big belly, Chinese Buddha, they're happy. Yes, they're happy. But most of us prefer not to look like that. So my theory is that if your dantian is upgraded and recalibrated to this new way of being, that it can concentrate the chi into a smaller space, so you don't have to have this big belly. Just a theory, just a thought. But so now, instead of just asking if your physical organs or your energetic, organs can tolerate the extra energy going through you because of ascension, because of this new wave of energy, you can also ask if there is any size difference between the energetic blueprint and the physical blueprint, and whether it be for your highest and greatest good to divert some of that extra energy, even though they can tolerate it, into the dantian for storage. So lucky for this other person, we were able to do that, and she hadn't peed very well for many days, and after we did that, she wrote me back a text, "Yay, I'm peeing!" So funny to be so excited about peeing. But for those of you that know what I'm talking about, this is big news. So Elizabeth said, "Looks like good weather there. We're having bad thunderstorms." Aww. Okay, so yay for weather magic, eh, guys? Yay! Yeah, so let's send you some now. Sometimes people, I shouldn't say people, sometimes Mother Earth does need to rebalance, so thunderstorms are not necessarily bad, but maybe we can tweak it a little bit. Ask Archangel Uriel and his team, tweak it a little bit, so even if Mother Earth does need to rebalance herself, that we can just, move it away from dangerous area so people don't get hurt, that property doesn't get hurt, make that intention happen. Yeah, so we'll send her some energy, right, guys? Yep. Yeah, we'll send you some energy. Okay, let's see if there's anything else I wanted to share with you. Okay, yeah, so next Monday on the Light Warrior Radio, on Monday at 12 noon Eastern, I'm going to be interviewing a licensed acupuncturist. Now let me pronounce her name right. Alexa Gilmore, I believe. That wasn't that hard, was it? Okay, so Alexa Gilmore. And so Alexa's actually going to do some sharing with us about the Chinese medicine perspective of skin issues, so skin diseases. And this will be awesome because this will give you another perspective on how you address it. Like I've said before in my trainings, that if you have skin issues, that oftentimes your detox system is out of alignment, or that it's just overburdened, the skin will take over and do that. But there's a lot more details in Chinese medicine of why the skin might show issues. So if you're interested, join me on the show at 12 noon Eastern on the Light Warrior Radio, and you can get on my mailing list at KarenCan.com to get alerted to the show every single week. And And yeah, definitely if this is, if you haven't gone to my YouTube channel, we're going to post this on YouTube a little while later. At least Anna's going to post it on YouTube a little bit later for us. And then you can subscribe, to the YouTube channel. So just, we'll just have everyone say bye.
Bye.
Or say, I love you guys. Bye. All right, take care, you guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye.